Hi, I'm Evan Cummings, and I'm happy to be with you today. I want to talk to you about why buying a puppy, a dog, or a kitty from a reputable breeder can be an excellent choice for you and your family. I was 53 years old when I got my first dog. I wasn't allowed to have a dog as a child, and so I never grew up with a great affinity toward dogs. I liked them, but I didn't love them, and I didn't want one. But as I grew older, and specifically when I moved to the Northwest in 1997, I didn't know anyone. I was really lonely, and I wanted a companion. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought I'd like to have a dog. I loved watching the dog shows on Animal Planet. And one Sunday, I was watching the Eukanuba Dog Championships, and I saw a dog, and the dog won Best in Show. And he had won Best in Show 3 years running. That was his third year winning Best in Show. He was a Bichon. His name was RJ. And little RJ was so cute and so smart. And every time the judges would call his name, he would know he was the winner. And he would spin around in circles and rotate his paws like this and look, I swear to you, like he was smiling. Anyway, that was it. That was it. And I knew that was my breed, and I knew that was the dog I wanted. So I went to the library on the following week and I read up on that breed, read everything that I could find on it. And back then I wasn't using the internet, so I went to the library and I also asked people. I asked the local veterinarian that my friend went to, I asked a local groomer what they thought of the breed. I asked around. And so one day, coincidentally, I happened to be taking my walk, and there was a woman with a Bichon, and he was beautiful. And so I stopped her and I asked her if she had a breeder that she used and would recommend, and she said absolutely. And so she gave me the name, and I went to see this breeder in Sisters, Oregon. And let me tell you something, FBI has nothing on this woman. She gave me the third degree. And that's what a good, reputable breeder does. They ask you a lot of questions, and don't be offended because that's their job. They want to know where their dogs are going. Unlike a backyard breeder or an irresponsible owner whose dog got pregnant and just wants to get rid of the puppies, a reputable breeder really cares about the breed. They want to maintain the integrity of that breed. So they want to know these things. A breeder not only will ask you a lot of questions, but if you elect to buy one of their puppies, you're going to have to sign a contract in most cases. And part of that contract is you agree to spay, neuter, if you're not using them for show, and they're going to be a companion dog. They're going to ask you to sign a contract that you will spay and neuter them, that you will take good care of them, obviously. And they also will, sometimes they'll even actually visit your home to make sure you have the right facility and that you have fencing and so forth and so on. So you really go through a lot sometimes to buy from a breeder, but if they're reputable, that's what you want. You want them, you don't want it to be easy. Uh, Another great thing about using a breeder is that if you like the breed and later on you want to get another one, you can go back to the same breeder and buy a dog that's in the line. So that's a great advantage. You also get to meet the mom and dad. So you get to see how they interact with their puppies and how the puppies interact with each other and which one's the leader, which one's the follower, which one's timid, which one's outgoing. You can see that in the first, few weeks. The responsible breeders will not let you take the dog until that dog is ready to leave its mother. And for different breeds, that varies. For a small breed like a Bichon, ideally it should be 12 weeks, and because that's when they're ready to go. The other thing that sets a breeder apart from a backyard breeder, excuse me, a backyard breeder is that they belong to a recognized kennel club like American Kennel Club. So, how do you find a good breeder? How do you find a responsible, ethical, reputable breeder? Well, you can do what I did. You can ask someone who has the breed. You can stop someone on the street that has one and ask them questions. They're always happy to talk about their dogs, believe me. You can go to local dog shows. It sometimes is an excellent way of finding a good breeder. Uh, you can also contact the American Kennel Club. They give out free referrals. And there's a website called yahoogroups.com, and they also give out very good referrals. The only thing that we caution you about, and all the experts agree on this, never buy your dog, never buy a dog or a puppy or a kitty from a um, pet store ever. Most of them come from puppy mills, and you don't want that. Also, by the way, a breeder will guarantee your dog for life against any hereditary or genetic diseases. The puppy is guaranteed to be safe from disease when you get it. A breeder is there for life for you. They will answer questions, give you advice long after the puppy comes home. That's a wonderful aspect as well. So the only thing, like I say, that you want to be aware of is you don't want to buy your dog or your puppy or your kitty from an indiscriminate source. You don't want to buy one off the street or at the supermarket parking lot. You want to buy from a reputable breeder that you know cares about the dog more than the dollar. And reputable breeders do just that. There's a myth that has been widely spread that that overpopulation of pets is caused partly by breeders, and that's just not true. Most overpopulation of pets has to do with irresponsible owners who don't spay or neuter their pets. And so breeders are not to blame for that. They are not the cause. Also, there's another prevailing belief that if you really love dogs, you would adopt. You wouldn't buy from a breeder. Well, there are a lot of children, hundreds of thousands of children in our society that need homes, and but they don't get adopted. So that saying that the person is a bad person and doesn't really love children if they want to have their own child? It's freedom of choice. People have the right to get their pets where they want and the right to get their children where they want. So here's what I say. I say, do it responsibly, do it carefully, and do it thoroughly. And then enjoy your puppy, your dog, or your kitty. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.